left with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
A little bit about me is that I am a visual learner 110%. I have ADD, I'm a control freak, I eat the weirdest shit on the planet, and I've always been different, and that's a big thing. I have always been just different. I was overweight basically from the time I was born. I never knew what it was like in my head to feel normal. I think I've said that I have felt normal once in my life. I was overweight, I was always just chunkier, but then I got to the point when I was about 10 and I had stretch marks crawling up my stomach, and I just didn't know what was happening, and I'm gonna cry. I had just lost my grandmother, I'd lost my dog, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, Megan, get yourself together here. Like, you have stretch marks crawling up your body. You need to do something. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, Megan, you will not let these stretch marks go past your belly button. And I don't think I've ever said this out loud. But I didn't. And that's when I knew that I could conquer anything I set my mind to. I looked at my mom and I said, Mom, I need to go to Weight Watchers because I'm not living my life like this. Want to button my pants and they don't button. Or always having to shop in the big section and things cost more. And asking my Mom, why do my pants cost $4 more than these pants over here? Shopping was never fun. It just wasn't how I wanted to live my life. And I knew that from the age I was 10. When you feel so different, you just feel alone. You could have 80 million friends, but you personally, well, me at least, I still felt alone. And I just want to make this channel so people know, like, it's okay to feel alone. It's okay to not know if you can do things because you're afraid and you don't know how. But the first step is to ask for help or to figure it out. And that's exactly what I did. I was so internalized that I had to do this and I had to make the difference because I was the only one being affected. So I became a very, not selfish person, but in terms of my personal life, I was very selfish because I needed to accomplish a task. So I ended up starting to go to Weight Watchers. Sorry. I lost 70 pounds. It was amazing. I don't know how I did it. I look back and I'm like, Megan, how did you do it? I mean, I went from being 12 in a size 18, weighing I think I weighed 198 at like my highest. 198, I think it might have hit 210, I'm not really sure. That was my highest, and I just didn't feel normal. Buy clothes that everyone else had. When I was in elementary school, I went to a Catholic school, and luckily I just had to wear a uniform, and that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like, I transferred into a public school in the 6th grade, and I just thought that if I bought clothes that were name brand, then I would be fine. Like Limited 2 and Victoria's Secret and stuff like that, then I would be fine and I could fit in and I could be cool. But the reality is that I was never going to be cool. Like, Megan, hey, past Megan, you weren't going to be cool if you wore the clothes or not. Because I didn't have what it took to be the popular girl or, so I just kind of molded in with everyone else, and I always sought out validation through others, and I did that for a lot of my life, and a lot of my life has been agreeing with other people, even though I didn't fucking agree with you. I didn't. I did it because that's what I thought was supposed to happen, and I thought that was going to be the easiest way. It was the easiest way to avoid conflict. I hate conflict. It was the easiest way to go about everything. You just agree with everyone else. And that's exactly what I did. The sky's purple. I'd be like, you're right. It's so purple. It's not fucking purple, it's blue. And I wish I had what I have now inside of me to be able to stand up for myself and to be able to show people who I really am. I had found myself, my outer side. I was looking good, I was feeling good, and there was no way I could have lost so much weight on Weight Watchers. Like, I didn't even follow it correctly, and somehow, by the grace of God, I still managed to lose weight. I'm the youngest one in the Weight Watchers group. I showed up scared as hell. I didn't know what to expect. And eventually, 2 years later, I was feeling good. And then I stopped going to Weight Watchers, which is cool. I mean, I was a lifetime member at that point, so as long as I weighed the same amount, I could go for free for forever. Weight Watchers was a great opportunity, and it was a great thing for me to get started. I graduated high school, still weighed 135. I still felt really alone, like, inside. I felt like nobody understood me. How I always sought out something different. I always sought out someone who just got me, and which takes work and time and effort, and I feel like I was willing to put in so much work into so many relationships. And even when I was going into college, I reached out to people. I tried to find a roommate. It ended up getting all messed up, and then I had a roommate from hell, and I dealt with it, and like, so depressed. I've never been so depressed before in my life. I was so alone. I had no one. It was just me and my teddy bear homie Joe. And I just started to cry, and I called my parents and I said, come pick me up now. I'm not staying here. And they said, Megan, we can't just pick you up. When I was there, I used to eat a block of cheese for dinner because I couldn't afford anything else. I gained so much weight. I was back up to 189, and I knew I had to change myself again. And all the hard work I had put in was gone. And one stupid year at college, I didn't even drink alcohol. So, came home, I got accepted to the University of Rhode Island, which is where I live now. I live in Rhode Island, but this time I had only lost probably about 20 pounds, and weight has been always a struggle in my life. It's one thing that's always constant, one thing I always have to be aware of, and I'm happy about that because it allows me to know that nothing you are given is permanent. Because you can be skinny half of your life, and then you wake up one day and you've been hit by the weight gaining stick, and you don't know how to deal with it. And I'm very thankful that I know how to deal with it, and I know how my body works, and I know that I'm capable of losing weight. I just went to school, did my work, and went home because there was simply nothing else there for me to do. And I was a psych major. Why? I don't know, because I was going to therapy at the time, and I was like, I'd like to make $100 an hour, you know? I was very open about going to therapy. I went through therapy all through high school, and it really helped me develop my inner person. And I think going to therapy allowed me to know that I don't need to be a people pleaser, and I don't need to show people that all I can do is agree, that I have a voice too, and I think that's one of the most impactful things that could have ever happened, was for me to learn that I am my own individual and my opinion does matter and people do want to hear it. And that, hey, I turned 20 and I wanted to drink alcohol all the time. All the time. After I just lost 20 pounds, I'm like, hey, let's go drink some alcohol. All the time. Why? I don't know. I don't have any way to justify it besides that. So I was going out all the time. I was still going to school, still getting great grades. I don't know how. Thank you. I blew up. I don't know how much I weighed because I didn't want to friggin' know. All I did was drink alcohol and eat pizza, and my face broke out like a mother trucker. I didn't look good, I didn't feel good, and I felt like I had grossness oozing out of my pores. Not my lowest, like, mental state. However, it was one of the darkest places I've ever been. It was scary. I'm a very all or nothing kind of person, and so for this particular path, I was going all in the direction of alcohol and drinking and not essentially partying, just like casual. And I kind of had like an outer body experience, and I was like, Megan, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this, and what are you getting out of it? And I really woke up and I was just like, today is a new day, and it is officially the start of the rest of my life. That's what I did. I fucking said bye to alcohol, bye to pizza. I don't even like chicken wings, and I would go to wing night. I don't like chicken wings. They're too much work. And then I go and I'd be like, chicken wings. No, Megan, no, you don't like that. I had to wake up and remind myself what I actually liked and what I actually enjoy, and feeling good within my skin, and not feeling like my face was a pizza pie with all the pimples on the planet. I felt gross. I will insert a picture here because I think it's important for you to see what alcohol can do to you and what greasy foods can do to your body. And I didn't realize it until one day I woke up and I was like, shit, this is a problem that needs to be fixed. And it's exactly what I did, was fix it. 20, I've never had a boyfriend. I was so busy finding myself, and I was ugly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but I had never had anybody interested in me, and it sucked. And so I was a little down in the dumps with that. I used to tell everyone I'm gonna die alone, and they were like, Megan, you are not going to die alone. And I said, really? Well, my track record says I am. I never thought of that because I didn't truly believe love existed, in all honesty. And I thought nobody was ever gonna like me because I have stretch marks on 87% of my body. I have extra skin on my arms. My stretch marks, like I said, go up to my belly button. I have stretch marks on my calves. I have them on my arms. I have them right here. I have them everywhere, honestly. I think I figured this out besides my hands, my forearms, my neck, and my feet. Everywhere else I have stretch marks. They are skin color. They are no longer red because the skin is no longer being stretched. However, I thought that was going to inhibit me from ever getting a boyfriend, ever. Because I said, who would want someone like me? Who would want someone with stretch marks over 87% of their body? Who would want that? I mean, I don't think it's that cute. However, I've learned to love them. I have learned to love my body for what it is and the different stages that I go through. After an entire year of Megan being a shithead, and Megan experimenting and doing things I never did because I'm a fan of rule following. So that always never got me invited to anything in high school because everything in high school is against the rules. Everything. I sat at home and just did homework, and so I'm in my junior year now. where we're talking, so currently junior year. I'm bigger than my problems and I am better than my actions. And I stopped. That day, I fucking stopped and changed my life. And I went on a new path. It's like I came to a fork and it was like, do you want to continue or do you want to go this way? Because this is the way you should go, hint, hint. And I went that way. And I am so happy I did. I'm going to the gym. I met people through the team. I lost a bunch of weight. It was mighty quick. Insert picture right here. I had gone from uncomfortable and busting my clothes at the seam to now being abbed, ripped, mother pearl. Like, I wasn't eating enough. This is the first in my life I think I wasn't eating enough. And honestly, I felt great. However, I felt awful because I was eating under 1,000 calories and under 50 grams of carbs without knowing, because I didn't really know or like have time to think about my macronutrient ratios because I was new. I've only done Weight Watchers, I've only done points. So this was itself a learning experience, and I had abs. Like, I don't know what abs are like anymore. I have no idea. I don't even remember that I could grow them. However, I did, and I can. That is all for this entry. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I appreciate it so much. So I hope you enjoyed, and you look forward to the next diary entry. It will be more about the present, a little bit about the past still, because we haven't quite made it to current times. So thank you for watching, and I will see you the next time.
Life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.